How's it going? This is Brian from Change is Good. In this video, we're going to hunt through 10,000 $1 bills. We'll be looking for star notes, web notes, fancy serial numbers, low and high serial numbers, birthday notes, bar notes, printing errors, you name it. We'll be looking for anything worth more than face value. And for fun, we'll also be adding up a total of how much profit I can make from hunting 10,000 $1 bills. Is it really worth the time and effort? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get started. I'll be going through batches of 1,000 bills at a time with a recap of the finds and their values afterwards. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, share, and subscribe. And now it's time for batch number 1. Okay, batch number 1 is done. Let's see what we got. We had 8 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. These sell for around $2 a piece on eBay, so after you subtract face value, we're looking at about $8 in profit. We had 1 star note with a 640,000 print run. That's relatively scarce compared to the other ones. It's also in pretty good shape, so I'd say it's worth around $5 on eBay, or around $4 in profit after subtracting face value. We had 1 dual date note, also known as a tombstone note, 1948-1959. It's not in the best condition. It would probably sell for around $8 on eBay, so $7 in profit. Here we have a pair of broken or mixed ladder notes, the top example being numbers 0 through 7 all in mixed order, and the bottom examples being numbers 1 through 8 all in mixed order. These are a very low-end fancy serial number. They're worth about $2 a piece on eBay, so $2 in profit. Here we have a note with 4 trailing 9s in the serial number with a 5th 9 over here toward the beginning. It's in pretty good condition, probably be about $5 on eBay, so $4 in profit. Last up, we have a note with 6 of a kind 6s in the serial number, 5 of which are in a row. If this last 8 over here had been a 6, that would have been nice and worth a lot more money. As is, this is around a $15 note on eBay or $14 in profit. In total, batch number 1 had 13 finds with a gross profit of $39. After subtracting 20% for fees and shipping, we're left with $31.20 in net profit. With batch number 1 out of the way, it's time to start batch number 2. Let's get to it. Okay, the second batch is done, and it was fantastic. Let me show you what I mean. We had 5 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs, so at $2 a piece, that's $5 in profit. Next up, we have a star note with a 4-digit low serial number, 9582. It also has a low print run of 500,000, which is fairly scarce. I'd value this note at around $30 on eBay, or $29 profit. This is a great find. Next up, we have a dandy of a low serial number star note, serial number 505. It's also a binary note with 6 zeros and 2 5s. I would value this note at around $60 on eBay or $59 in profit. This note will be hard to beat. Here we have a dual date note, also known as a tombstone note, 1913-1880. These are older years from quite a while back. It'd probably be about a $5 sell on eBay or $4 in profit. Here we have an older birthday note, and it's also a notable date note, March 17th, 1941. This is the date when the National Gallery of Art opened up in Washington, D.C. A couple of events also happened during World War II on this date. It's not in the best condition, so I'd value this note at around $10 on eBay or $9 in profit. Here we have a couple of birthday notes, February 8th, 1954 and February 6th, 1974. The bottom example is in decent shape. The top example has a couple of tears on the top. I'd value the bottom example at around $20, the top example at around $10, so $30 in total with $28 in profit. Here we have another mixed or broken ladder note, numbers 2 through 9, all in mixed order. It's in really good shape, so I'd say it's worth around $3 on eBay or $2 profit. Here we have a couple of fancy trinary notes, 4222, 448, and 3222-0033. They have a pretty cool order with them, so I kept them. They're worth around $5 a piece on eBay, so $10 in total or $8 in profit. Here we have a note with 5 trailing 1s. It also has a small ladder of 456. It's a pretty cool serial number and is in pretty good shape. I'd say it'd sell for around $10 on eBay or $9 in profit. Here we have a note with 3 1s and 3 2s in the serial number. It'd be around a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Last up, we have a high serial number, 9599-3739. Normally notes beginning with 96 are printed and sold as novelty items, so this is like having a 4-digit low serial number, but it's a high one instead. It'd be around a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. In total, batch number 2 had 17 finds with a gross profit of $161. After subtracting 20% for fees and shipping, we're left with $128.80 in net profit. Now that's more like it. Now it's time for batch number 3. Can this batch even come close to the last one? The pressure's on. Okay, batch number 3 is done, and as you can see, it was fairly light on finds. Let's see what we got here. We had 5 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs, and at $2 a piece, that's $10 in total, minus $5 face value, that's $5 in profit. We had a note with 4 trailing 9s, which sell for around $4 on eBay or $3 in profit. Next up is a fancy trinary, 46448864, all 4s, 6s, and 8s. It'd be about a $4 note on eBay or $3 in profit. Last up, we have a pair of hybrid fancy serial numbers. 52528118, a hybrid between a super repeater and a radar. Then we have 45452211, a hybrid between a super repeater and a binary. These sell for around $5 a piece on eBay or $8 in profit. In total, batch number 3 had 9 finds with a gross profit of $21. After subtracting 20% for fees and shipping, we're left with $16.80. Okay, batch number 4, show us what you got. Okay, the 4th batch is done. Let's see what we got here. We had a total of 6 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. At $2 a piece, that's $12 in total sales or $6 in profit. We had 3 birthday notes, May 20th, 1950, January 10th, 1969, and December 12th, 2005. The top 2 will be worth around $20 a piece on eBay. The bottom one has writing on it. So unless your name is Scott, I charge around $5 for this one. In total, $45 in sales or $42 in profit. Here we have another mixed or broken ladder note, numbers 1 through 8, all in mixed order. It's in pretty good shape, so I'd say it's about a $3 note or $2 in profit. Here we have a pretty cool serial number, 00086644. It's all multiples of 2 in descending order. It's not in the best condition. I'd say it's about a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Last up, we have another cool serial number, 06663399, all multiples of 3, and they're not in mixed order. It's also in pretty decent shape, and it's got good eye appeal. I'd say it's about a $10 note on eBay or $9 in profit. In total, batch number 4 had 12 finds with a gross profit of $63. Minus 20% for fees and shipping, we're left with a net profit of $50.40. Not bad. Believe it or not, we're not even halfway done yet. Here we have batch number 5. When it's done, that'll be the halfway point. Let's get to it. Okay, batch number 5 is done. Let's check out the goodies. We had 3 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs at $2 a piece. That's $6 in sales or $3 in profit. Here we have a notable date note, September 13th, 1751. This is when Louis Joseph Xavier, the Duke of Burgundy, was born. To somebody who wants it, probably about a $10 note on eBay or $9 in profit. Here we have another notable date, July 12th, 1801. This is when the Battle of the Gut of Gibraltar during the French Revolutionary War is fought. Pretty cool. I would say this is about a $10 note on eBay as well, or $9 in profit. Here we have a birthday note, January 2nd, 1974. It's in pretty good condition and will sell for $20 on eBay pretty easily, or $19 in profit. As a side note, when posting birthday notes on eBay, make sure to post them as buy it now listings, because they're more likely to sell for more as a buy it now listing instead of an auction. Here we have a couple more broken or mixed ladders, numbers 1 through 8 in mixed order, and numbers 0 through 7 in mixed order. As you can see, these are not scarce. These will sell for around $2 a piece on eBay or $2 in profit. Here we have a note with 3 1s and 3 8s in the serial number all in a row. This would be about a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Here we have a note with 4 pairs, 77554433. If the 7s were 6s, this would be a perfect descending ladder in pairs. It'd be about a $10 note on eBay as is, or $9 in profit. Here we have a note with 6 3s in the serial number, 30333363. Had the 0 or 6 been matching numbers, it would have been a great binary radar. As is about a $15 note on eBay or $14 in profit, even though it's not in the best condition. Last up, we have a cool one. It's a 4-digit low serial number of 1500. It also has 6 of a kind zeros in the serial number. These have been pretty popular lately on eBay. I would say this note would sell for around $40 or $39 in profit. In total, batch number 5 had 12 finds with a gross profit of $108, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $86.40. Not bad at all. Well, we're finally halfway through the hunt. All right, batch number 6. What treasures do you hold within? Okay, batch number 6 is done. Let's see what we got. First up, we have 3 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. At $2 a piece, that's $6 in sales or $3 in profit. Now, here we have something special. It may not be in the best condition, but this is actually a fairly valuable note. It's a 2013 B Series star note. Somewhere out there is another star note with the same serial number for the same series. This note was made in the Fort Worth facility. As you can see, a little FW down here above the 2. Somewhere out there is a note with the exact same serial number made at the DC facility. These sell for around $20 a piece on eBay, or $19 in profit. These are a great find anytime you can find them. If you have a DC note, there will be no FW down here at the lower right corner. If you're able to find a pair of these notes with the same serial numbers, that can sell for thousands of dollars. For more information about these notes, I have a link in the video description. Up next, we have an Almoster that's still pretty cool. Had this 6 over here been a 7, it would have been a binary radar with 0s and 7s, but as is, it's still a pretty good trinary. 7s are considered a lucky number, so there is a market for notes like this. This would sell for around $5 on eBay or $4 in profit. Here we have a note with 5 9s in the serial number with 4 of them in a row. It's in pretty good condition. It would sell for around $5 on eBay or $4 in profit. Up next, we have a note with 3 consecutive 1s and 3 consecutive 7s in the serial number. This note would sell for around $5 on eBay or $4 in profit. Last up, we have a note with 6 of a kind 4s in the serial number. These have been fairly popular lately on eBay and have been selling for around $20 a piece or $19 in profit. This is a pretty good find. In total, batch number 6 had 8 finds with a gross profit of $53, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $42.40. That's pretty good considering there are only 8 finds in that batch. Now it's time for batch number 7. Will number 7 be lucky? Let's find out. Alright, batch number 7 is done. Let's check out the finds. We had 6 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs at $2 a piece. That's $12 in sales or $6 in profit. Batch number 7 gave us a note with 5 7s in the serial number. It's not in the best shape, probably a $4 note on eBay or $3 in profit. Next up, we have a note with 3 consecutive 9s and 3 consecutive 1s in the serial number. It's in pretty good shape, so it'd be about a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Last up, we have a hybrid note, 56657788, a hybrid between a radar and a binary. Normally this would be about a $5 note, but it's also almost a ladder note, being 5, 6, 7, and 8, nearly in perfect order. I'd say that gives another couple bucks in value, so about a $7 note or $6 in profit. In total, batch number 7 had 9 finds with a gross profit of $19, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $15.20. Well, batch number 7 was our least productive batch so far. Let's hope batch number 8 can make up for it. Okay, batch number 8 is done. As you can see, it was a dandy. Let's check out the finds. To start off, we had 8 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs. At $2 a piece, that's $16 in sales or $8 in profit. Next up, we have a rare star note with a 250,000 print run. That's pretty low. I looked on eBay and these have been selling for around $15 a piece, so a $15 sale, $14 in profit. Not bad. During the intro, I forgot to mention we'd also be looking for older bills. Here we have a 1985 series note. It does have writing on the back, which does affect the value a little bit. These have been selling for around $3 a piece on eBay. This one with the writing, probably for around $2 or $1 in profit. Here we have a dual date note, also known as a tombstone note, 1949, 1928. This would sell for around $8 on eBay or $7 in profit. Here we have a birthday note, June 9th, 1988. If it was in better condition, it would be a $20 note, as is around $10, so $9 in profit. Here we have a pair of broken or mixed ladder notes. Numbers 1 through 8, all in mixed order, and numbers 0 through 7, all in mixed order. If they were in just a little bit better condition, they would be $3 notes, but as is, $2 a piece, or $4 in sales, with $2 in profit. Here we have a fancy trinary, 2211, 2213. Had that 3 at the end been a 1, it would have been a binary repeater, worth a lot more money. As is, a $5 note, or $4 in profit. Next up, we have a fancy trinary, 78718787. Had that 1 been an 8, this would have been an epic binary radar note, all with 7s and 8s. As you know, 7s and 8s are considered lucky in many cultures, as well as the number 1. As is, this note is around $6 on eBay or $5 in profit. Here we have a serial number with 4 different numbers, 088999966. Because the numbers are all in order, this would be about an $8 note on eBay or $7 in profit. And in case you're wondering, this would not be considered a true flipper note, which means a serial number can be read upside down as well as right side up, because the number 8s are not symmetrical. Here we have an Almoster 00920093. It's almost a repeater, but the numbers are still consecutive. If it had been a repeater, it would be about a $20 note, as is, because it's in crisp condition, around $10 or $9 in profit. Here we have another Almoster. Had that 6 in the middle been a 0 or a 1, this would have been a true binary note worth at least $60 to $100. They're pretty valuable. As is, it's actually also a dual date note, November 6th and January 11th. Because of that, I would say it's worth around $10 on eBay or $9 in profit. Last up, we have a note with 2 triples in the serial number, 3 consecutive 9s and 3 consecutive 8s. This would be a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Batch number 8 was a dandy with 20 finds in total and a gross profit of $79, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $63.20. I'll definitely take it. Well, we're reaching the home stretch. Batch number 9's up. Let's get it on. All right, batch number 9 is done, and as you can see, it wasn't bad. Let's see what we got. We had 11 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs at $2 a piece. That's $22 in sales or $11 in profit. Next up, we have a star note with a 640,000 print run. That's a bit more scarce. It's also in great condition. I'd say it'd sell for around $8 on eBay or $7 in profit. Next up, we have a dual date note, also known as a tombstone note, 1928, 1882. Because these are older years, this would probably sell for around $5 on eBay or $4 in profit. Next up, we have a notable date note, February 20th, 1884. This was the second day of the 2-day Enigma tornado outbreak that happened that year. I believe this would sell for around $10 on eBay or $9 in profit. Next up, we have a fancy trinary, 11011919, a 0 with 1s and 9s. If you look closely, it's also a notable date note, November 1st, 1919. This is the date when California passed the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, granting women the right to vote. Pretty cool. I would sell this note for $19 on eBay to be symbolic and get $18 in profit. Next up, we have a partial stuttered ladder, 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all in order with a stutter with the 4s. I believe this will sell for around $8 on eBay with $7 in profit because it's in pretty good condition. Next up, we have a hybrid fancy serial number 90091100, a hybrid between a radar and a true binary note. It's not in the best shape, probably a $5 sale on eBay or $4 in profit. Next up, we have a note with 2 triples in the serial number, 3 consecutive 7s and 3 consecutive 9s. This would be a $5 sale on eBay or $4 in profit. Last up, we have a fancy trinary, 66336767, all 3s, 6s, and 7s. It's also a hybrid between a binary and a super repeater. This would be a $5 note on eBay or $4 in profit. Batch number 9 wasn't bad at all with 19 finds in total and a gross profit of $68, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $54.40. Folks, it's time for the last batch, batch number 10. Will we go out with a whimper or with a bang? Let's find out. Okay, the 10th and final batch has been completed, and it wasn't bad. Let's check out the finds. We had 4 common star notes with 3.2 million print runs at $2 a piece. That's $8 in sales or $4 in profit. And here we have the find of the batch, another 2013 B-Series star note in the duplicate serial number range. Somewhere out there is another 2013 B-Series star note with the same serial number. As you can see, this note was made in DC instead of Fort Worth, as there's no FW down here by the H above the 2. Somewhere out there is a note just like this one made in Fort Worth. Here we have another $20 sale with $19 in profit. Here we have another dual date note, also known as a tombstone note, 1966, 1887. This would sell for around $5 on eBay or $4 in profit. Here we have a notable date note, October 13th, 1923. On this date, the capital of Turkey was moved from Constantinople to Ankara in advance of the declaration of the Republic of Turkey. Pretty important. This would be a $10 sale on eBay or $9 in profit. Here we have another notable date note, and this one's a cool one, July 10th, 1924. On this date, Paavo Nurmi won 2 gold medals at the Summer Olympics in Paris within a roughly 1-hour period. Very impressive. I would say this would sell for around $15 on eBay or $14 in profit, and quite a bit more if this is sold during the Summer Olympics. Up next, we have a fancy trinary note with 2 zeros, a 1, and 5 eighths. Had this 1 been an 8 or a 0, it would have been a binary note worth quite a bit more money, probably $15 to $20. As is, it's a $5 sale or $4 in profit. And finally, here we have the last 2 finds of the hunt. 2 notes with 2 triples in the serial number. 3 consecutive 2s with an extra 2 in the middle with 3 consecutive 3s, and 3 consecutive 3s with 3 consecutive 8s. These notes would sell for around $5 a piece on eBay or $10 in total with $8 in profit. We finally made it. Batch number 10 had 11 finds with a gross profit of $62, minus 20% for fees and shipping. We're left with a net profit of $49.60. Now let's cover some final stats for the hunt. We had an average of 13 finds per batch of 1,000 notes, with an average gross profit of $67.30 per batch. We had an average net profit of $53.84 per batch, and an average net profit of $4.14 per find. Now here are the important numbers. We had a total of 130 finds out of 10,000 bills, with a total gross profit of $673. and a total net profit of $538.40 after fees and shipping. And we kept only 1.3% of 10,000 bills. Now here we have a quick glimpse of the 130 finds we have left over out of 10,000 bills. Now for fun, let's check out the top 3 finds of the hunt. What do you think they are? In third place, the bronze medal goes to the 2021 B Series starting out with a low 4-digit serial number and a low print run of 500,000. In second place, the silver medal goes to the 2017 L Series note with a 4-digit low serial number of 1,500. And in first place, as you may have guessed, the gold medal goes to the 2017 G Series starting out with a 3-digit low serial number of 505. That's also a binary. The G must stand for gold. This one stole the show. And that's that. 10,000 bills later and we are finally done. I appreciate everybody for watching, especially if you watched the entire video all the way through. That was a lot of bills. Now if you did enjoy this content and maybe learn something new, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and remember, every bill has a story. And some of those stories may just be someone's recent memory. I'll see y'all next time.